89. Clay landed beside Tsunami on the grate and then jumped back as Kestrel's yellow eyes glared through the bars at him. "What are you doing here?" she snarled. "Rescuing you." Tsunami snapped back against Smuggle. "Stand back," Peril said, reaching for the metal. "That just work?" She laced her claws through the thick bars, and the sharp smell of melting iron filled the air. Clay had never seen Kestrel look so uncertain before. She watched Peril with an uneasy expression, flicking her forked tongue in and out. Pearl kept her own eyes fixed on Sunny. Fixed on the bars. They were much thicker than the delicate birdcage Sunny was in, and took longer to burn through. "I thought you were dead," Kestrel said finally. "I thought you were dead," Pearl answered without any warmth in her voice. "I heard Scarlet had a lethal new champion," Kestrel said. "I didn't know it was you." Pearl shrugged. I guess I didn't need you. I turned out all right without you." Clay and Tsunami exchanged glances. See how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, it's going to be a long one. Alright, wasn't exactly how Clay would have described Pearl. "Queen Scarlet took care of me," Pearl went on. She found me the black rocks I need and gave me purpose and a place to live." "Black rocks?" Kestrel broke in. "What black rocks?" "Hey, a pair of Skywing guards came charging out of the nearest tunnel." "Stop!" One of them made a hissing fire breath noise and shot a bolt of flame at Tsunami. Clay flung himself in the way and felt the fire blast his scales. Hot pain flashed through. The red glow ebbed from his scales and looked up into the guard's shocked face. Tsunami lunged at the other guard, slashing his side and then slamming her tail into his head. He staggered back and then threw himself on her with the large wings beating back her defense. At the same time, Clay's guard attacked him. They grappled, and he felt her talons rake the wounds that were still healing on his back. He threw off with a fierce heave. She skidded into the wall just as the last bar snapped and Kestrel's note rose, huge and angry at herself. I had forgotten how big Kestrel was. Her red scales were wrapped and chipped in places where the chains had pinned her down. Her talons looked blunted, as if she'd been clawing on walls of her prison. "Kill them, let's go," she roared. Pearl darted toward the guard who had Tsunami pinned. He let go of her, but it was too late. Pearl's talons caught him and sliced through his neck, leaving black scorch marks behind that blubbered and smoked. He tried to scream, and she raked his throat again, burning through the flesh and scales like they were paper. Clay felt sick to his stomach. He was glad he hadn't eaten anything in a while. He looked down at the guard he'd been fighting. Her orange eyes were watching Peril in terror. She was only a soldier fighting for her tribe and her queen. Run, he said to her. He hauled the Skywing guard up and shoved her at the tunnel. She didn't hesitate. In a flash of red and gold, she was gone. He turned away and saw Peril's face. She knew he'd been protecting the guard, a total stranger from her. She knew now for certain how he felt about what she did. Stupid worm, Kestrel hissed from behind him. She'll raise the alarm. Queen Scarlet will catch us in moments. Queen Scarlet's probably dead, Tsunami said sharply. And don't talk to Clay that way. Just follow us and stop talking. She launched herself up toward the sky. Clay met Peril's eyes again. Her claws opened and closed, reaching toward him, and then she pulled them back. Come on, he said to her, trying to put understanding in his voice that he didn't feel. They lifted off after Tsunami copper and brown and red wings were glowing as the sun reached them. Clay burst into the air and banked sharply toward the waterfall. He could feel Peril's heat close on his tail. The rocky cliff flashed by beside them as they guess what word it is. You get 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The word was dropped. Toward the base of the waterfall, Tsunami led them closer to the billing water. Whisking through the spray, Clay closed his eyes for a moment, turning his face into the mist of droplets. The sounds of the palace faded behind them, swallowed by the waterfall's roar. As they plummeted farther and farther, this waterfall was taller than one. Clay and Tsunami bounced over outcroppings of rocks, divided into smaller cascades, poured in long straight sheets, and then shot out in bursts like dragons of water, lashing with their claws. At the bottom, Clay saw a glittering ice-clear lake with the Diamond Spray River crawling out the other side. Through the sloping hills, east and south, toward the sea, stubby trees and ragged scrubland, brown and green, edged the lake at the base of the mountain. Tsunami angled toward the dark gap in the wall near the bottom of the waterfall. As they drew closer, Clay saw a glint of gold as Sunny peeked anxiously out. They touched down on the muddy banks of the lake in a thick copse of trees beside a small cave nearly hidden by the roaring wall of water. As Peril landed, the grass around her town shivered to ash. She looked down at the blackened earth and curled her tail in closer to make an imprint as small as possible. Kestrel, Sunny cried. You're all right. No thanks to you 5, Kestrel growled, lashing her tail. You wanted so badly to be free. Now do you see why he had to protect you? One of the wings snagged on a tree branch, and she wrestled it loose, growling. You're welcome, Tsunami snapped back. We could have left it. We could have left you in the Sky Kingdom. I would have. Clay couldn't resist the mud squelching between his claws. He turned himself to the ground and rolled, letting the warmth coat his dusty arena arching scales. Good brute, Clay. Yuck, Glory said. She edged toward the lake and spread her wings to catch the sunlight. Careful, Snowy reached the polar bear. If they're looking for us, they'll definitely spot a bright purple dragon from the air. Glory flared her ruff at Tsunami. I'm not bright purple. Queen Scarlet called this my violet mood. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry, Tsunami said. I meant to say, they'll definitely spot a moody violet dragon from the air. You are epitome of hilarious, Glory said. Anyway, I can take care of that. Her wing scales shimmered as if they were drawing in the sunlight. And then the purple color started to break up like water being poured into paint. Soon she was the color of the muddy ground below her. Happy? She asked Tsunami. I want to know what my cool power is, Tsunami muttered. You've got camouflage scales and venom spitting teeth. Clay is immune to fire. Starflight apparently has big dragons waiting in the sky to save him whenever things get scary. What do I get? Clay's immune to fire? Sunny asked. What? And did you say venom spitting teeth? Yeah, Clay answered. I'm afraid you'll have to be nicer to Glory from now on, Sunny. Sunny flapped her wings in outrage. I'm always nice to... Oh, you're teasing me, she said as he choked with laughter. She mushed a talonful of mud into his face. Clay ducked away and noticed Pearl watching with drooped wings and a sad expression. See, we can take care of ourselves, Tsunami said to Kestrel. You didn't know what Clay and Glory could do. You didn't know you were good for anything, but it was your own fault, keeping us underground and treating us like eggs. Oh, we did everything wrong, Kestrel said scathingly. Go ahead, blame us. But we did as the Talons of Peace asked. You would probably all be dead if we hadn't. Tsunami lifted her chin. We're not going back to the Talons of Peace, she said. We're not? Sunny squeaked. Glory gave her a scornful look. Oh, Kestrel said. She bent her head down to avoid the branches and gave Tsunami a sharp orange glare. What is your magnificent plan, if I may ask? Let's see how much pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna leave off right here. Bye bye, Johnny out. And